Hello guys, Yatharth here and I welcome you to the second video of this series where I will be teaching you robotics. Today's video will be very exciting for all of us as today we are going to get started with robotics. You will get to know that what all will you require throughout this series and will make your very first robotics project. So without any ado, let's get started. So, as I mentioned in the starting, like what all will you require throughout the series, you will get to know in this video. So now let's talk about it. So to start with robotics, you will need a Arduino, right, which will help us to upload the code or the main things like make the connections or to upload the code and all those things. So the base will be the Arduino. Then some male to male wires or male to female wires also. So basically wires which will help you make connections with the Arduino to the sensor to the device like anything, right, which we are connecting with. Then we will require the breadboard which you can see over here, right? Which will help us to make multiple connections, right? Because I'm just telling you, right? In the board, there are some pins which are less, right? Let's say the 5 volt pin, right? The power pin, which we will require to give power to a component, right? And sometimes we can't connect two, three into one only. Sometimes so we can't connect only many wires to one pin only. So for that we will need to make multiple connections. So we will use breadboard to make multiple connections. Then comes the resistor, which will prevent the excess flow of electricity. Now, some of you might be familiar with the resistor because what we use it for is that sometimes, let's say, we are passing. Let's take the example of a LED. And let's say we are passing it 5 volt, right? So it doesn't require 5 volts, and sometimes if you pass it excess electricity, so it might get damaged, right? It might get um, damaged, right? So it will get damaged. Okay. So to prevent that excess flow and just give it like how much it require. So we use resistor for it. And then finally you will require some sensors like the ultrasonic, like the photos, I don't know, like all those resistors, sorry, sensors you will require and some more robotic components, right? Like multimeter, LDR, and those all things. Okay, so you do not need to think of it right now because throughout this series we will be using an online platform called tinkercad. Okay, so let me just show you how it looks like. So it looks like this. So this is my Tinkercad, and this is the platform. It is an online website which you can access easily by just entering tinkercad.com, right? And yeah, this will be the website or platform where we will be just building all our projects, right? This is a very amazing platform, let me tell you. Okay, so okay, let's see what we have next. Okay, so okay, the very exciting thing, our first program. So now you will be writing your very first program or project, whatever you say. Okay. So what is the program or the project? Make and program. Okay. Wait a second. Sorry. Yeah. So this is the first program is make and program in which an LED is glowing. Oh, very simple, but yeah, very exciting. So this is the first project, if I tell you personally, for me also. So it will be exciting. Let me tell you, okay? So let's get started. As I told you, we will be using Tinkercad. So let's get to Tinkercad. Okay. So this is our website, okay? Tinkercad. You just type in tinkercad.com. I will try to provide you with the link in the description. Just click on it and you will reach it over here. Okay. Now click on sign in button. Or if you are new, just click on join now. Okay, then if you are a student or you can also create a personal account, okay, personal account, and then you can just click on sign in with Google, and your job is done. But right now I'm just having an account, so I will just link it with my personal account. So I just click on sign in with Google. Alright, so I can show you my account, so I will just pause it. Alright, so I just chose my account, okay? It just give me a menu of my accounts. I just chose my account. Alright, and now we are over here, right? You should be right now on this tinkercad.com/dashboard and you should be signed in, alright? Alright, so I have already some of my projects, okay, just ignore them, okay? Let's get, you will have nothing, okay, let me just delete for your convenience, okay? Because some of you might not be having it also. Me. Yeah, so you learned one more thing. Just click on this gear icon right over here. Delete to just delete your one project or things like that, whatever. Okay. I will just okay, let's delete it. So let's just create now you should be having no project, but I am having one or two, okay, because I have already used it. So now let's click on create new circuit. Once you click on create new circuit, you should be like seeing this loading screen, or if your network is very fast, you should directly reach over here. Okay, so you should be seeing this right now, and the title may vary. So right now I'm just renaming it to let's say tutorial one, tutorial, sorry, tutorial one. Okay, all right, tutorial one. Now we will just do the first thing. As I told you that we will be using the Arduino for making the connections or just we will be connecting through wires, but all the connections will be made in the Arduino. Okay, you will just see in just a second. Okay, so now as I told you, we will be using the Arduino. So you should be seeing the Arduino over here, and if you are not seeing, just click on the search, just type in Arduino and you should see Arduino Uno R3. Just click on it and just drag it over here. Okay, drag it. Okay, so now we have dragged this and we got the Arduino. Okay, so this is the Arduino. Now we will be just understanding the whole structure of Arduino in the next video. So just stick to it. Okay. So in this video, I just want that you are making your first project. This is I just want you make the that you are making your first project in this video, right? So I'm not explaining in this video, but in the next video, I will explain you about the whole structure of Arduino. Okay. So now, as we saw in the question, right? The question was that we want to make a program in which an LED is glowing. Now, what is LED? It's just a bulb, kind of a bulb only, right? But a small one, obviously, right? So, I hope you are able to see this. All right. Okay. So this is my screen. Now, as I told, that we will just take in the LED right from here to here. Okay. So the LED, it's just kind of a bulb, you know. You can toggle with its name. You can say my LED, right? My LED or anything which you want. Okay, I'm just naming it my LED, and you can just change its color. Maybe I want. Okay. I am just being so choosy, but let's take blue. Okay, blue matching. Okay, now let's just choose the resistor. You know, I told you now that we will be using the resistor to prevent the excess flow of electricity. So now we will just bring the electricity, the resistor. Okay, all right. So I'll just bring it and okay, just connect it over here. All right, guys. So what I just did was brought the resistor. It came here. I just dragged it and just connected it to this. Okay. Okay. Now, what we are doing is just connecting the resistor to the LED. Now, why are we doing it? As I said, the resistor prevents the excess flow of electricity. Okay. So, yeah, this is its function. It will just prevent the excess flow of electricity. Okay. So, it's connected, right? Because we don't want that excess of electricity is going to this LED. Otherwise, it might get damaged, it might blast, or whatever may happen, right? Okay. Now, now we are gonna connect this. Okay, you see cathode and terminal two. Okay, this is cathode and anode. So anode is the positive terminal and cathode is the negative terminal. Now, in a real life, if you see a LED, the longer one, right? The longer one here then is the cathode, and the shorter one is the anode. Okay, all right. Just connected again. Okay. So now what we want is that we will connect the first this cathode, okay, the negative terminal to the ground. Now, what happens is that the negative terminal is not getting any electricity. Okay, it will just not get any electricity, and ground it will just not give it electricity. Like ground is just giving it 0 volt, means no electricity, and 5V obviously 5 volts, right? So no electricity is given to the negative or the cathode. Okay, now comes okay. Now let me tell. I just forgot. Okay, let me tell you a good practice, right? We should just always change the color. Okay, now let's say we are connecting to the ground, so it is negative, so just change it to 1. Okay, just click on 1, right? Or you just select black from here. So we want the color to be black when we are connecting to the ground. Okay, just remember it. Okay, because it's the negative terminal and all those things. Okay, all right. Now we will connect this like resistors terminal 1 to any pin of your choice, right? Let's just say I'm connecting it to let's say 5. Good, 5. Okay. And you wanna keep this red, okay? Red. These are just good practices. Otherwise, in real life you might not be having the exact color, but you should try that. You are just being with those good practices, and if you don't have, it is okay. You can just use any color. But these are just good practices. Right now we have, right? We can just change any, make it to any color over here, right? So yeah, in here you should make the good practices. Okay. Now we have just made the connections. Woohoo, guys! So we just connected this resistor with the 5. So sorry, we just connected the LED to the fifth one, right? Because this is kind of a middleware, right? ये it is just only allowing some amount of LED, like electricity to pass to the LED. Okay, so yeah, this is kind of the barrier. But if you are saying like, where is this wire connected to? So you will just say it is connected to LED, not the terminal, not the resistor. Okay, all right, good. Okay, now is the very exciting part. Let me tell you guys. Now we are gonna write code. And let me tell you one thing. Arduino, we can only write C++ and C in Arduino. Okay, so yeah, just remember it. Now we are not gonna use blocks code. So let me just delete all of it. Okay, just drag it and just put it here and leave. Okay, we'll just leave. All right. Now just click on blocks and go to text. Okay, just click on continue. All right, guys. Okay, we don't need a delay, so just gonna remove that. All right, see here C++ code. So we can only write C and C++ code. I'll just remove that. Now you must be thinking that we removed all the code, but why is this void setup and void loop coming? Now here comes the thing. When we are working with Arduino, it requires two functions: setup and loop. And some of you might be familiar with void, right? And some of you might not be understanding it. So what this void means is, in Python, right? If you're familiar with Python, we use the def keyword, okay? And in JavaScript, okay, in JavaScript we use the function directly. And if you're familiar with Rust, we use the fn, okay? So these are just keywords. Void is just a keyword which will just indicate that yeah, whatever code inside this is like we are declaring a function, right? So it is just a keyword. Okay. Now what is the setup function? all the initialization, right? Whether it is telling the Arduino, like what is the mode of this pin, right? It is output or input, right? What kind of the component it is, right? All the initialization, all the basic setup is done inside the setup, and setup only run once, okay? Only run once. Now we come to void loop, function loop, or you can say, right? So the loop function, the code written the code written over here will run multiple times, okay, endlessly until and unless you break it. But yeah, it just goes in the loop, okay, endless loop. So the code written inside setup runs run once, okay, and the code written inside the loop runs again and again, like yeah, in the loop, okay. All right, okay. So now, as I said, that we have to do the initializing. And guys, one thing very important, we need to use this kind of syntax only. Yeah? Right? I will just come to functions and all those things afterwards in this series, because right now we just want to make this okay program complete. Okay. So yeah. So okay. And don't delete this code. Okay, guys. This is very important for the Arduino to understand. Okay. All right. Let's just do this. Okay. Now, as I said, that the setup contains the basic initialization. Okay. We have to initialize everything over here. All right. So we'll just initialize that is pin mode. Sorry, pin mode. Pin mode. I will just explain you just in a bit. Let me just write it. And where we have connected to 5. So just 5. And LED is not taking any input, right? It is not just taking input, right? Input only. So we're just gonna do output. Okay. Okay. Now, what did I just write here? Pin mode 5 output. What is this? You might be thinking. Let me explain. Let me explain. So these all pins are called the analog pins, and these are called the from 13 to 0. Yeah. These all are the digital pins. Now we need to tell the Arduino that like like the component is connected to which pin, right? And is it an input device or output device, right? We need to tell it. So that is just done in the pin mode, right? As the name suggests that we just telling the mode of the pin, or just like what is the pin, what its mode, right? Or what is it taking, what is it giving, all the thing, okay? So pin mode 5 output just means that we are telling the Arduino that a component is connected to the fifth digital pin, and it is an output kind of device. Okay, output kind of component. All right. Now comes the void loop. Okay. All right. So as you remember, void loop, all the main code is written inside the void loop, which you want to run again and again. All right. Okay. So now I will just write digital write. I will just write digital right. Rhyming. Okay. So I will just write 5 and 5. All right. So you might not be understanding, obviously. So I will just make you understand this. Okay. Now, what this means? Okay. I could do it large also. So just click on here. Just do it large, medium, whatever. Okay. So now we can see digital write 5 to high. Now, what does this digital write means? 5 means high. Okay. So what the digital write is basically a function. Okay. So we're just calling a function over here, right? Or a method, which is just taking the pin that which are we targeting, which digital pin wanna we turn high or low, right? Right. So say right we wanna turn it on or turn it off, right? That is control over here. All right, inside the digital right. Now we're just passing the pin over here. The first argument is the pin, okay? The fifth, right? We just connected to fifth digital pin. So it just asks which digital pin have you connected the component to, right? And you should first initialize it also, right? That's why we initialize it. Now we just digital right, the digital pin, right, which have we connected to, and what do you want to do with it, right? By default, it is just not giving it any current, okay? So electricity is not passing through it, so it is not glowing. So you can also write one over here. One will mean the same, right? One means high, but I will just write high for your convenience. So what we are saying is by default it is low. Now we want to turn it high, means we want to pass um, current through it or electricity through it. Now the Arduino will pass electricity through this wire. Now you see, I said it is a middleware, so it will just check like how much electricity is coming. Okay, now it will just see okay, it just needs little bit, so it will just give little bit electricity to the LED, which is sufficient for it to glow. Okay, all right. So this is this code. So guys, are you ready to see the output which will come? Okay, one, two, three, and boom. Oh my God, guys. See, the LED is glowing. Let me just zoom in. See, it is glowing. See, if I stop it, not glowing, start, and it starts glowing. See, guys, in this video, we wrote the very first program of yours. I hope this was very interesting, guys, because I was very excited, and I think, yeah, very excited. You must be excited also, right? Because the first time I wrote my script and this flew, I was crazy, man. I was very excited, okay? I was very happy, okay? So, anyways, in this video, we wrote your very first program. I hope you like it. I was very excited. I am feeling very happy that you wrote your first script. Yeah, just code along, right? Just make it. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, click on the like button. Give your suggestions, how you liked the video, if you didn't like it, whatever, in the comment section. And if you want that your friends should also learn this robotics, right? Obviously. So just share the video to them. Thank you.